So,
Yeah. So, yeah.
you remember when I was
Hey,
at
stop. Remember what?
you remember when I was at Todd's and I was letting you know what was going on with Chloe,
Yeah.
and you got a hold of her sister to get her some help?
Yeah, we were able to get her out of there.
Well, I'm glad you got her out of there. That's the thing, is that, I was able to help her out. Although I didn't really help her out, you did and her sister did. And that sucked for me because Todd's been my friend for a lot of years. I mean, he's been my personal hero on more than one occasion. It hurt me to see him like that. But also, like, people don't understand that everywhere that I went, there was somebody like Todd.
I'm gonna go fuck my eyebrows.
Do what?
I'm multitasking and I'm talking to people. I'm listening.
All right. Yeah, that's the
I was your
thing.
personal hero on multiple occasions.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I went there after Natalie died, like, the way that he was with me and Chloe, because he wasn't just like that with Chloe, he was that way with me too. And then he kept screaming that he has to do everything and he has to pay for everything. So I bought food and I bought milk. And then he was yelling at me for drinking all the milk. I'm like, dude, I bought it. You know? Like, he was blowing up about every little thing, kind of like Josh over at Tabby's. Or Shannon down in California. Like, I'm glad that we were able to get help for Chloe in that situation, but people don't understand that being in that situation shuts me down. I mean, it literally shuts me down. I'm scared shitless and I can't function. I needed a safe environment. And then with you, like, you wanted to help, you tried to help. There were just situations that prevented you from doing so. And the same thing with Tabby, the same thing with all of these people. For some people, it's their addictions, and for some people, it's their abusers, and for some people, it's that they love their abusers despite their abusers' addictions and the way that they treat others over those addictions. But I didn't treat those people that way. I mean, while I was at Todd's, I just took it. There wasn't anybody else who was able to take me in. None of the safe places, you know, they weren't able to take me in. And I'm not saying people are bad people for not being able to do that. I'm saying that made it so that I
Really
was
fucked
stuck
you
taking
over.
the abuse. Yeah. Well, like, Mobley's ex-girlfriend was trying to rent a room out, and I had the money for the room, but she never got back to me. But that was before they caught Joseph Michael Lopez. And then, by the time that people realized that I didn't kill her, all these people who turned a blind eye or turned away or looked the other way or abandoned me, they started offering help that I could no longer take because I was stuck in the state because of what happened to me. But that's the thing, is that, like, you tried, didn't you? You tried to go in with me to get the police to take a report.
They didn't.
They didn't. You're right. There's a lady named Erin
They used that
Cockerham.
information against you.
Do what?
They used that information against you. I remember telling them that you were autistic and that you needed one-on-one to more effectively communicate.
Yeah, so they came in with two of them, and they kept talking over me.
And not only that, they didn't take my report. They were just, oh, well, thank you for your time.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they told me that I was clear to leave. They told me that I needed to get a hold of a uniformed officer. I tried that. I mean, the whole time I was in Boulder, I was being harassed by uniformed officers who refused.
Okay.
I mean, these people went out of their way. A lot of them that offered to help me, like Candace, for example, you know? She knew that I didn't have access to the internet while I was there. I only had access to the internet when she was there because the internet was on her phone. But then she's like, you had access to the internet the whole time you were there. I'm like, no, I didn't. And she just kept rapid firing shit like that she knew wasn't true. But she was doing it to tear me down. And that was after I tried to kill myself over the shit that happened at her house. The things that happened to her and her kids. You know, she had to move too. Are you still there, Miss Peaches?
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right. And all these people.
We gotta get going, though. We're gonna pile up in the car and we gotta get going.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I told true stories, didn't I, Miss Peaches?
You told them as true as you could, from your perspective, yeah.
See, that's the best I could do. There's a lot of information I didn't have, so my decisions were based on the information I had. In your opinion, did we do right by Chloe?
Yeah, I think we did.
That's good.
She's no longer in an abusive relationship with Todd anymore.
Yep.
And that was the goal, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that was a win. We won.
Yes, ma'am. You know, even after Natalie died, I didn't stop helping people.
And that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Well, everywhere that I went, there was somebody like Todd. It was difficult for me.
Screaming, going crazy.
Yeah. My dad was pretty bad. He screamed a lot. It's, I do what he wants when he wants, or he's gonna scream. And then most of these people didn't understand that when I got quiet, they thought that things were all great and better, but at that point, when I'm quiet and I'm pacing, it's because I'm scared to speak. I get snapped at every time I try, so then I'm just stuck with that anxiety because I needed somebody to listen. Miss Peaches, you've adapted a lot. I want to thank you for that. You've learned a lot, and you've made a connection with the situation that I'm in with your emotional connection to similar situations. And I want to thank you for taking the time to understand that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I'm going to let you pile in the car. I love you. Be safe.
Alright, I love you. You be safe, and I'll call you when I get home.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.